Let's reload.
Reloading.
Give me up, give me up, give me up, give me up, give
This
me up.
won't hurt. Hold on.
Fernando.
Get the fuck off of me.
Stop BMing.
It's been a little over a week since Apex Legends has released, and it's already reached a significant milestone of 25 million players, all of whom want to achieve a common goal, to be crowned champions. In this video, I'll be going over 10 tips to aid you in this goal. Let me think. Of course, before I get started, I want to show you my race stats to give you an idea of how effective these tips can be. Number 1. Dropping strategies. Being able to land where you want to before your opponents is a huge advantage, especially if you're dropping in hot zones. This is because you can pick up weapons first and pick off easy targets running around with their fists in the air. So, you might be wondering, what is the best way to land? Well, it's a combination of dipping straight down to maximize or get near maximum speed, look to the bar on the left, and going as forward as you can. This combination allows you to get the furthest as you maintain momentum from dipping down as you glide to your location. Once you start dipping to low speeds, it's optimal to dive straight back down again and then return to gliding. Number 2. Initial fights. After landing, it's important to find a weapon, any weapon, except the garbage that is the Mozambique, unless it's your only option. But even then, I'd be hesitant, to be able to defend yourself on the chance that you encounter an enemy. If you do find someone, I advise for you to immediately call to your team while pinging his location. If he hasn't spotted you, it's up to you to either be tactical and wait for your team for an easy fight, or engage them right then and there and catch him with his pants down. Just be sure you're not shooting into a full team. If you do manage to down an enemy in this early stage, I encourage you to leave them down, unless you're in a competition in which kills are vital, and to either continue looting or set up a trap and shoot his squad mates as they try to revive him. This works because this squad will most likely stop what they're doing to revive him while you get better guns, armor, etc., allowing you to be more prepared for your second engagement against them, if you choose to go back for them. Number 3. Loadouts. With every shooter, people will always have their preferred loadout of choice. Mine would be the Hemlock Burst AR with single fire on, or the Spitfire LMG, coupled with any sniper, preferably the Kraber 50 cal. If you found your loadout, that's great, and try to find those ammo types even if you don't have the gun, as you will eventually find them with how much loot is scattered around. If you haven't found your weapons of choice, perhaps this graph by Throw Game on Reddit might help you decide. I got 2. Eliminated. Number 4. Healing. If you have a lifeline in your squad, you're in a fantastic spot when it comes to healing, as her ability allows for full healing to anyone around it, and there is no need to waste precious medkits or syringes. However, if you drop to critical levels, there is a useful technique to allow for faster healing or shield recharge. As you might probably already know, holding up on your D-pad will allow you to cycle between your healing or recharging devices. Something you might not know, however, is that while you heal yourself, you can cycle to your shields or to your meds if you are recharging your shields first. So when your health is restored, all you have to do is press up D-pad and not waste any precious seconds in cycling through that screen. Number 5. Sliding. While this technique was covered in the tutorial, it can't hurt to go over it again, as it is very useful. If you don't already know, sliding down hills makes you travel faster than running. It also helps to add a jump at the very end of your slide to allow your forward momentum to carry you even further. Sliding and jumping can also be used on buildings with downward inclines and can help you reach adjacent buildings. Number 6. Traversing the battlefield. Sometimes the game gives you the task of traveling to the complete opposite side of the map to reach the circle. And while there aren't any drivable vehicles in the game yet, the game provides enough movement options to allow you to not die alone and cold outside the circle. The most available option is holstering your weapons by holding Y or triangle. The other options are sliding using available zip lines and what my friends like to call balloons, which are zip lines leading up into the air, allowing for players to launch themselves far distances. Remember here to dip down to around the speed of 140 or higher and go straight forward after to increase the distance you are able to travel. Some characters also have abilities that increase their movement speed, such as Bloodhound, Pathfinder, and Wraith. Bangalore is only faster when getting shot at, but I wouldn't always waste Wraiths or Bloodhound's ultimates just to avoid circle damage, as these ults are extremely useful in flanking unsuspecting enemies. Number 7. Communicate. Whether you have a mic or not, with Respawn's incredible pinging system, you can communicate with ease exactly what your intentions are. Just hold on RB or R1 and you have a list of what you can say to your squad. You can also ping loot that you don't need, the dropship, death boxes, loot ticks, Mozambiques.
Mozambique here.
You can ping anything, it's actually insane. If squad mates ping somewhere to go, you can hold down your ping button and even say no if you think it's a bad idea, or if you just want to troll. Number 8. Locked doors. Sometimes doors can be blocked by death boxes or caustic acid traps. If you find yourself in this situation, simply get near the door and kick it open. Number 9. Learn all the characters. Knowing what each character is capable of doing will allow you to effectively combat them and avoid being confused when in the midst of combat. For instance, if you have surrounded someone and you know they have no movement abilities, it's a free kill as they are physically unable to get away. There's also some useful knowledge you can learn, such as shooting the base of caustic's gas canisters to explode them. Number 10. Endgame. Nearing the end of the game, you should have some decent loot to go up against the last few remaining squads. High ground in this stage is extremely valuable, as it allows you to gain sight of enemies all around you, and may even provide great cover for your squad. You can either play it safe, and let the other squads fight it out while you wait, or, if you're feeling confident, you can shoot into the air to let them know where you are to speed up the process of the game and avoid going to the final circle. There's not much else to tell you in this stage, as the victor is decided on skill, outplay, and quality of loot. There go my 10 tips and tricks to help you win at Apex. If you can please show support in any way, be it by liking, subscribing, or commenting on how this video helped or wasted your time, please do so. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Enemy down. Reloading.
You are the Apex champions.